Hello friends, welcome to Process Costing Problem Solutions. This question was asked in Saurashtra University examination in 2018. Friends, before we move further, pause this video and go through this question. After that, we will discuss it. So, hope friends you have gone through this question. Here as per information available, Jai Cotton Company has a product and it passes through three processes. These processes are A, B and C respectively. Here informations are available for material, direct wages, overheads. After that information is provided regarding normal wastage in percentage, and these all percentage are based on input, means material introduced in every process. After that, scrap value of normal wastage is given and this value is per unit, and finally actual output is given for all the three processes. As per further information, in first process 1000 units were introduced at the rate of rupees 5 per unit. Here we are required to prepare process accounts and abnormal gain and abnormal loss accounts. So let's friends solve this question. So first of all friends, we will start with calculation of abnormal loss or abnormal gain in first process. To calculate this, first of all we will see the raw material introduced in units. So total 1000 units were introduced. Now a percentage of normal wastage is 10% on material introduced, means 100 units are normal loss units. So if we deduct 100 units from material introduced 1000 units, we can say that our estimated output is 900 units. Now if we compare this estimated output with actual one, so it is 920 units. So here we can say that actual output is higher than estimated output. So this difference is of 20 units. So these 20 units are units of abnormal gain. Okay friends, now we are starting with process A account. First we will put all the information in particulars. So first we will start with debit side, material introduced, after that other material, direct wages, overheads and abnormal gain. Whereas credit side we will show normal wastage and units transferred to next process, that is process B. Okay friends, now in account we will put the units. So material introduced is 1000 units, and the same side debit side we will also show units of abnormal gain. These units are 20 as we have just calculated, whereas the credit side will show the units of normal wastage which are 100 and units that we have transferred to next process, that are 920. So here we can make total and we can find out that total of units column both the side is tally, that is 1020 units. Okay friends, now we will put values in this account. So for material introduced 1000 units, the value was 5 rupees per unit. So here I will put 5000. After that information or amount for material, direct wages, overheads are given in the question, that we will put here. Then a credit side, we will see these normal wastage units. So here information given in the question, the selling price of this normal wastage unit is 3 rupee per unit. So 100 into 3 means total 300 rupees we can earn by selling these wastage units. Now we do not have amount for the units of abnormal gain as well as the units that we have transferred to next process. For that purpose, we are required to calculate the cost per unit for first process. To calculate cost per unit, we will utilize this formula. As per this formula, total cost of process minus selling price of normal wastage, divide by units introduced in the process minus normal wastage. Let us put the value in this formula. So here total cost, if we make the total of debit side, total cost is 12,000 minus selling price of normal wastage, that is 300, upon 1000 units were introduced in this first process minus units of normal wastage. Now, if we solve this equation, our final answer is 13 rupees. So, here we can say that the cost per unit for process A is rupees 13. Okay friends, now again we will continue. Now we have got the cost per unit that will apply at abnormal gain. So 20 units into 13 rupees. So here we will receive 260 rupees. Same way the units transferred to process B are 920. We will multiply again with 13. So 13 into 920 means 11,960. Now we will make total of both the sides. So here total will come 12,260. Both the side total will tally. Okay friends, now we are moving towards the calculation of abnormal loss or gain for the next process, that is process B. In this process, we will first show the material transfer from process A. So that is 920 units. Now percentage of normal wastage for this process are 5%. We will apply on 920 units. So 46 units are units of wastage. So if we deduct 46 units from this input, our estimated output will be 874 units. Now we will compare it with the actual output. For second process, actual output is 870 units. So here we can say that actual output is less than estimated output and the difference is of 4 units. So this difference shows abnormal loss. So here in this process there is an abnormal loss of 4 units. Okay friends, now we will go to prepare a process B account. Here we can see that debit side we will put the units that we have transferred from process A. After that the material, labor and overheads, whereas credit side we will show normal wastage as well as abnormal wastage and transfer to process C. Okay, let us put units here in process B account. So units that we have transferred from process A are 920. Credit side normal wastage units are 46, abnormal wastage units are 4 and units transferred to process C are 870. Now we can make the total of units column both the side and that will tally, that is 920 units. Okay friends, now we will put the values in this process B account. So here for transfer from process A for 920 units, we will put the same value that we have shown in process A, 11,960. After that we will put the value as given in the question for other material, direct labor and overheads. Whereas credit side units for the units of normal wastage, selling price of this normal wastage unit given in the question is 5 rupees per unit. So 46 units into rupees 5. So here we will receive 230 rupees. Now we have to find out the cost per unit for these actual wastage units and transfer to process C. To calculate the cost per unit, we will use the same formula that we have used for process A. Here total cost of the process. So if we make the total of debit side amount, the total will come 21,206 rupees. From that we will deduct amount of selling price of normal wastage. Upon 920 units were introduced minus 46 units of normal wastage. Now if we simplify this formula, the final answer is rupees 24. So we can say here that cost per unit for process B is 24 rupees. Now this 24 rupees cost per unit we will apply for the units of abnormal wastage as well as units that we have transferred to process C. So 24 into 4 means here we will receive 96 and 24 into 870 means here we will receive 20,880. Now we will make the total of amount column both the side and that will tally, that is 21,206. Okay friends, now we will go to process C and we will first calculate abnormal loss or gain in this process. So, we are starting with material transfer from process B, that is 870 units. Now, in this process normal loss percentage are 10% of input. So, here 87 units are there for normal loss. Now, we will deduct 87 units from this input. So, our estimated output is 783 units. Now we will compare this with the actual output. Actual output or actual production is 800 units. Here we can say that actual production is higher than estimated production. So the difference, that is 17 units, is abnormal gain. So friends, we are going to prepare process C account. First we will put the information in particulars. So here debit side, transfer from process B, other materials, direct wages, overheads and abnormal gain. Whereas credit side we will put normal wastage and transfer to finished goods account. Okay, now we will, if we put the units, so here transfer from process B 870 units and abnormal gain units are 17, whereas credit side units of normal wastage are 87 and the units that we have transferred to finished goods are 800. Now we will make the total of units column both the side and total will tally by 887 units. Okay friends, now we will put the value amount in the column of amount. So here transfer from process B 870 units and same amount that we have shown in process B we will put here 20,880. After that value of other material, direct wages and overheads we will put as it shown in question. After that for the normal wastage units we will show scrap value. So in process C scrap value is 6 rupee per unit. So 87 into 6 rupees. So here we will receive 522. Now we have to find out cost per unit to show the amount for units transferred to finished goods and for the units of abnormal gain. Okay friends, so here we are going to calculate the cost per unit for process C. For that we will use the same formula that we had used for process A and B. So first of all we will put here the total of debit side all the expenses, that total is 31,842 minus that amount we have realized by selling of units of normal wastage. Now divide by units introduced in the process, that are 870 minus normal wastage, that is 87. Now if we simplify this we will receive final answer rupees 40. So here we can say that the cost per unit for process C is rupees 40 per unit. Okay, now we are going for the final preparation of this process C. So here this 40 rupees we will put here for the abnormal gain as well as the units transfer to finished goods account. So here 17 into 40 means 680 and 800 into 40 means here 32,000. Now we will make the total of these amount columns. So 32,522. This amount will same both the side and this account will tally. Okay friends, after preparing process accounts we will go for abnormal loss account. To prepare abnormal loss account, first of all we have to find out in which process abnormal loss was there. So we can say that in process B we have recorded abnormal loss. In process B abnormal loss we had recorded credit side. So in abnormal loss account process B we have to show debit side with the same units 4 units and the same value, that is 96. Now credit side we will sell these 4 units at scrap value. So for the process B the scrap value of normal wastage unit was 5 rupee per unit. So the same we will apply here for 4 units we will sell at the rate of 5 rupees. So here we will receive 20 rupees. This is sale of scrap. Okay, now we will close this abnormal loss account. So first units column will tally both the side with 4 units. After that the total of debit side is higher in amount column, that is 96. We will put the same amount here. Now we will minus deduct 20 rupees from 96. So here there is a difference of 76 rupees. This difference is nothing else but abnormal loss that we have lose this amount because of these excess units of scrap. So we will transfer to this P&L account. After that, friends, will prepare abnormal gain account. So first of all, here again we have to find out the gain in which processes we recorded. So we recorded a gain in process A as well as in process C. So we will put here with the same units and the same amount that we had shown in both the processes. Now we will move to debit side. So here we will write normal wastage account loss. Why? Because this is the gain. Gain means these units are good. Okay, so here there is a loss in normal wastage. So for process A, there is a loss of 20 units in normal wastage at the rate of scrap value rupees 3 per unit. So here the total loss in normal wastage is 60 rupees. Same way in process C, loss of 17 units at the rate of rupees 6. So total loss is 102. Now we will close this abnormal gain account. First we will close the units column. So here it is a tally both the side 37 units. After that we are going to close this amount column. So here credit side it is 940. The same amount we will put debit side also and find out the difference. Here we will find out the amount of 778 rupees, and this amount is nothing else but abnormal gain. So we will transfer this to P&L account. Okay friends, now in the last step we will find out there is a net gain or loss. Okay, so here by observation we can say that the amount of abnormal gain is higher, that is 778 rupees, whereas amount of abnormal loss is just 76 rupees. So but obvious here gain is higher, so from gain we will deduct the amount of loss, that is 76. So here net amount of abnormal gain is 702 rupees.